team. Joe Lenardi has them as a 2 seed, playing as well as anybody in America right now. Mississippi State coming off a great win against Ole Miss, but they're in the likely department in terms of getting in the tournament. This would go a long way in solidifying that tonight if they could steal this one.
They looked a part of the NCAA tournament team, but this would be the best win on their resume, no question about it. They've struggled to defend their home court in these marquee matchups. I look for Christian's team to have an exemplary, an incredible effort.
Well, in terms of Texas A&M, obviously they've got to be doing some things well. We talk about their rebounding or offensive rebounding, but in the backcourt, they've got a couple of studs back there.
Yeah, these two guys are the two-headed monster in the backcourt, Taylor and Phelps. Phelps also a terrific rebounding guard as well. This is who you must take away if you're the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
On the flip side, Cameron Matthews, he doesn't score like those two guys for Texas A&M, but he does all the other things that you need to have success.
When you're going up against the roughest, toughest team in America, the Texas A&M Aggies, your tough guy better be at his best, and that's who Cameron Matthews is for Chris Jans and this team. He is the X factor tonight.
This is such a Cameron Matthews game right here. It exudes what this game will be about. Payne jumps it with Nwoko, and the Aggies will have the first possession. Texas A&M at 20-5, 9-3 in the SEC. Bulldogs at 18-7, 6-6 in conference play. Here is Payne. He's one of the best in the country at drawing fouls, and he gets one there right out of the gate.
And that scout report, they love to get him the ball right there on the elbow, and it's just a rip-through drive right. He did it last weekend against Big Z of Arkansas. He does it again there to open.
Chris Jan said that officiating will dictate a lot about how this game will be played from his team's perspective. Here's Phelps, guarded by Hubbard. Obaseki. Riley Kugel gets the start tonight for Mississippi State. He's on Obaseki. The left-hander turns, falls away, rebound to Kugel. Melendez coming off a great game. A 17 against Ole Miss. We look at Hubbard, Kugel, Melendez, Matthews, and Nwoko, the starting five. And the Bulldogs get the first points.
Big shot by Hubbard there. Teams love to run him off the three-point line. He's got to be good from two to be a complete offensive player.
This lineup 5-0 for Texas A&M. Taylor, Phelps, Obaseki, Coleman, and Payne. Here's Phelps. Tough shot over the outstretched arm of Melendez. Texas A&M on the year, averaging 74.5 points a game. That's 15th in the league. Mississippi State, on the flip side, 79 points a game. That's 7th in the conference.
A&M loves to keep you on one side of the court. They force you into that baseline, into that traffic right there. That's where you can be turnover prone.
And Melendez stays hot. RJ coming off that 17 points when he knocked down a couple of threes in Oxford.
If this Mississippi State team can shoot the ball above, at average or above average, they're a Sweet 16 team.
Here's Phelps. Again, working on Melendez. Draws a double team taken away by Matthews, a conference leader in steals, but Taylor takes it right back. Fires for three. Coleman, another offensive rebound. Taylor again. And a foul against Payne as he pushes Melendez to the deck. Well, the man knows how to coach offensive rebound.
Yeah, he sure does. And you see the second opportunity there. As the officials are going to take a look at this, because that was not the offensive rebounding technique he typically teaches, as Phelps went in there and just collided with Mississippi State. Here's Melendez.
Payne just ran right through him.
Yeah. Says don't stand on the tracks when the train's coming through. I don't see anything that would be upgraded.
Well, we're going to see a lot of that tonight, I think, from both sides. How guys won't necessarily turn and look for a rebound. They will face up and just keep people away.
After review, it's a common foul at 21 red.
That's a great point, though, Dave, because in order to keep A&M off the glass, it's not about going to get the ball when you see it going there. It's about finding your man, body on body, then turning around and getting the rebound. And good example of that right there with Chris Jan's team.
So that's Peterson. His team this year has a school record 6 wins over AP top 25 programs. You could say the same for Mississippi State. They have a program best 4 wins against top 25 teams. Hubbard, corner to Melendez. Here's Phelps back the other way. The crossover on the baseline, tied up there. Payne now at that elbow. Working on Matthews, and he wins it.
He's really aggressive and physical in the paint. They've got to find a way to get him as many touches as possible because this is not a huge Mississippi State team down low.
Payne averaging 9 points a game, transferred in from Minnesota. Here's Hubbard. Matthews sees a little room, up and under move, nowhere to go with it. Melendez will try that corner again, won't go, and a push in the back on the Wilco.
Matthews grabs his foot there. But first we're going to take a look at Payne's footwork down low in the post. Just a nice pivot, patient player. Goes over the left shoulder.
Yeah, we're watching Matthews, and he is definitely in a little bit of pain.
He grabbed his toe, it looked like, when he went into the lane there. And just, I don't know if he pumped the brakes too hard and jammed his toe or what.
Boy, again, Texas A&M coming down the stretch and getting a good look, close look at the basket.
And Phelps makes a couple of those mid-range shots. You can force A&M into some tough twos. Usually the question is, can you keep them off the glass? And so far, Phelps has said, don't worry about the offensive rebound, boys. I got it on the first try. Transfer
from SMU was a 1,000-point score at SMU, averaging 14.5 here. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs with 8 on the shot clock. Where Matthews still a little gimpy. Looks a little better than he did a moment ago. He's got some flair on his sneakers today, doesn't he? Got a little glitter.
You can't blame the shoes for any type of toe injury. I'm pretty sure Jans didn't pick those out.
Hubbard for 3. Got hit in the leg by Taylor. That'll be his first, but 3 free throws coming up for Josh Hubbard, who is an excellent free throw shooter at 86%.
And a nice set play by Coach Jans on that baseline out of bounds to get Hubbard a clean look. He's got such a quick release, quick trigger, and that time Taylor got a little too anxious.
Josh coming off 16 points against Ole Miss on Saturday. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Well, he exploded for 38 against Alabama earlier this year.
And Dave, we've seen him be explosive the way you just alluded to. We've also seen him kind of disappear at times because of the attention the opponents give him, and they'll face guard him, don't let him get the ball. So for him to get off to this nice start right now, he's got 4 points, a chance to get up to 5 within the first 3+ minutes, is a really positive sign for this Mississippi State team.
Now, here's where Texas A&M, by the way, I think sometimes has an advantage over their opposition. When they go to the bench, they go and get Anderson Garcia and Solomon Washington to come in to a game.
Yeah, the depth is real.
Yeah.
And it's not just right now. It's as the game goes on and where